Just holding it is so difficult. Okay. So this has been quite a long break since I last posted an update regarding my violin playing. And I thought I'll just let you guys know that I've been pretty busy. I've barely got any time to practice, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up on this. Uh, I'm 100% determined to be able to teach myself to play the violin. Now, having said that, in this last little bit of time, what I've been able to do, as you can see, is play a little bit of just these very basic nursery rhymes on the violin, which is a good way to just practice your intonation and practice your scales. Uh, so I did work on the A scale and a few of these rhymes within that scale. Also the arpeggio. Uh, Other than this, what else can I tell you? The most important other thing that I realized that you need to do is tune the instrument perfectly. Now, since I also play guitar, and guitar is actually my first instrument, uh, I can tell you that if your guitar was not in tune, it wouldn't impact your learning the same way that an untuned or not in tune violin would. Because in the guitar you have frets. So regardless of whether the violin is in tune or not, the frets guide you as to where you place your finger. But if that was the case in the case of a violin, you are forced to you will end up playing just wrong notes if your violin was not in tune. So I do feel that it's very important. What I started doing was, I don't know how generally violin players kind of tune their instruments. I know how it's tuned, but just the process. What I do is I kind of just use the tuning pegs to get into a proper uh, close to original pitch and then fine tune the violin. That's why it's very important to get a violin with the fine tuners. You can't tune a violin perfectly with just the tuning pegs unless you were a master violinist and very experienced player. Maybe you can, but I still feel like without the micro adjustment is almost close to impossible for people to do this. So what I do is I just place the violin in my lap. And maybe that's a bad thing to do, but I just kind of get it in a steady place where I can just hold on to a note for a long period of time, and I keep kind of playing that note while the tuner analyzes the note. I try to get it as close to perfect because I know I need to kind of be, get better with the intonation of on the violin. So other than that, I think my string crossing uh, is reasonably okay now. I think my tone seems to be, to me, it seems to sound okay. Maybe I'm sure, like there's I need to get it to a much more better place. But overall, I'm kind of happy with my progress. Even though I've not played much over the last 1 month, the uh, initial like in 1 month, I did do quite a bit. But I'm going to do, since I made this video now, I have to go ahead and definitely hold myself a bit more responsible, uh, and go ahead and do this. Uh, so the other thing was that I did was I got a grade one Trinity grade one violin book. Now I know a lot of people don't really like these graded music books, but I feel if you kind of um, if you look at finding music that is of a particular level, graded music books definitely help. Uh, I don't recommend people going ahead and giving these exams. I think it's just a money making thing. But I still feel like they do have their pros. So I got myself a grade one Trinity violin book, and the piece that I gravitated to immediately was Jasmine Flower, which was a lovely piece, and I hope to put up a performance of Jasmine Flower maybe over the next 1 month. Maybe I'll keep that as a goal for myself. But if you're following my journey, which is not much of a journey yet, thank you. Thank you for watching.